Okay. There's a thunderstorm right there. Ain't it pretty with the edges? It's not much to it, really. I decided I've got to get some food, so I'm going through my trusted McDonald's. Can you believe that? Brenham, Texas. Just waiting in line to get my food at the drive-thru. So when you hear that bag noise in a minute, or a couple of minutes, you will know I'm digging in. There's an H-E-B nearby too, by the way.
Somebody's gonna be back here.
There's
Y'all can help me tonight.
There's a barbecue place in this place too. Okay, I've never seen that before. I've been here before, but I didn't know that there was a true Texas barbecue. Oh, I know what that is. That's the barbecue they have in the H-E-B store. Oh, this lady actually gave me pennies back. You gotta be kidding me. It's the first 2 pennies I've had in my console in weeks. Now let me get my food and figure out where I'm gonna go from here. Decent little lightning producer back to my northeast, but I'm not gonna go up there. It's 21 miles away, not going up there. We'll see. I might as well put it in park and wait. As soon as I do that, maybe that's a good omen. I put it in park and then the traffic starts to move again. Got some streamers coming up from the south. They're gonna head up this way. Rear camera work? Yeah. Yep. We're good. We cannot tilt this front camera up any more than that. So I'll get out of here. I think I'll just take the loop around the west side of Brenham, Texas here, and really low memory. It's interesting. We'll just see. Yeah, I had a few things I had to do. Actually, I have one more stop that I probably should make while I'm down in this part of the country, but I'm not. Simply because I can actually call them and have them email the information that I need. It's got an interesting little look over there. Now, let me get out of here. I need this person. Let's move on. Let's move on. I'd like to be moving on. I don't like sitting still. That highway right there is Highway 290. It runs from Austin to Houston. If I could jump on that highway right now and keep heading west, I'd go through Austin, go west of Austin, and go out west where there are still catastrophic flooding events going on, but it'd take me 2.5 hours to get out there, and I'm not going to do that. Or 2 hours, yeah, I don't know, 2.5, something like that. Well, let's hope my order is correct. Sometimes that's always an iffy situation. Thank you. Check it to make sure they didn't mess it up. Yep, we got it correct. All right, let's get out of here. See, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to get all my food where I want it. I want to get in this parking lot. You want to stop, lady? Golly, I thought she was going to broadside me. I just want to get all my food in its proper place. If I can. Oh gosh. Tell you what, turning into a, oh, I spilled all my french fries. Oh my gosh. Turning into a H-E-B parking lot was not a good idea. Well, here's the deal. Since the french fries got spilled in my bag, I might as well eat them right out of the bag. Huh? I'll be able to go rear camera here in just a second. You can see the stuff that's back to my northeast. I think. Now you see some of it. I'm eating, so bear with me. Well, hello to the few that are probably here. I have not looked to see. Look back. There's the stuff to my northeast. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, why are we going 10 miles per hour around this? It's going to be a driver day commentary. Oh boy. I don't know if you can see off in the distance, that's directly south, which is even more convection. It's like a convergence line right through here. So, I think I might see another storm or two headed this direction later. Well, that guy just ran a red light. Let's see, yeah, I see that straight south of Columbus, Texas. It's still just south of Interstate 10. It's not moving fast. We're not gonna have anything severe out here today. If we did, I would be thoroughly surprised. It won't be long, it'll be time for windshield replacement. I'm sorry, windshield wiper replacement. This is something new coming up. Out here on 290, Highway 290, west of Brenham, Texas. It's like they put a traffic light in up here. Because I'm actually going to turn right onto a farm to market in about a mile maybe. And they put a traffic light there, and it's not a bad idea. Because anyone coming southbound on that farm to market, if they wanted to turn onto Highway 290 and go east, that was an issue because there's always traffic, nothing to stop traffic. I classify that as a kind of a dangerous intersection. So putting a traffic light up here, good idea. I think they put one up here. We're going to see here in just a minute. The Red Antler Hotel. I don't even know where that is. Never heard of it. Voila, there is a traffic light up here. Alright, now that I have destroyed the french fries, now I always eat my french fries before I dig into the burger because I do not like cold fries. I do not like cold potatoes. from. Okay. Yeah, like this, no one's behind me. Let me look at on the backside. I'm actually just a little bit too close to it probably for good news. But if it was tornadic right here on this back flank, I'd be perfect. It's not. It is not. It hadn't been interesting about the tornado in San Antonio and several other tornado warnings over the last couple of days. It's kind of something I alluded to on Sunday, not so much tornado potential, but I posted on my page on Sunday, I think it was, about possible MCV coming in around Monday, Tuesday, or something like that, something to that effect. You know, sometimes, I mean, you get those things. We got the bigger low a little off to the west, and that thing's fixing to start moving. It will bring precip chances into the southwest, kind of a monsoon scenario type thing. But yeah, you get these little MCVs and things like that that has just been really persistent, and you know, you get some vorticity in that stuff. So yeah. Totally farmed from without the assistance of any upper level wind shear, really. Kind of similar to that little tornado I got back in, shoot, I don't know. Was it March or April? I don't remember. Not actually, not very far from here. Yep. Totally driven by the low level, or lower levels. I'm still trying to eat my burger here, so hang in there. I don't know that I'm going to follow this very long, actually. Still got that little batch coming in from the south. It'll be a while before that even gets here. about to make a turn and start heading back to the northeast a bit. So I'm northwest of Brenham, Texas right now, maybe 8 nautical miles. Somebody, hope they turn. I hope they turn, they're not going to turn. I hate it when I get people behind me on a farm to market highway, whereas I'm not in any rush whatsoever. Oh no, I don't want to take that road now. Well, road, okay. I might take another road up here. Let's see. I'm not finished with my burger yet. I wonder if I'll have service back through here. I wonder where this road goes. Certainly not a good area for Starlink. It's a pretty nice high elevation spot out here. Prepare for noise. It's going to be me crunching up the bag. All right. This thing's not even showing me anything pretty anymore, really. Let's see, I'm gonna go east. Another updraft coming up right back over here. We'll see that on the rear view camera here in just a second. Another right there. That would be due south, so that's going to be that stuff that I was talking about converging to the south. So, but for now, this here is scenic Highway 390 in Washington County, Texas. It's windy, good elevation. To my left is a lake. It's actually the same lake that I had the other day when I was showing you the idiotic people that were on boats in a thunderstorm with a lot of CG lightning going on. You know, I'm probably 400 or 500 feet above that lake right now. Well, this stuff right up to my northeast, it is the more prolific lightning producer. It's just to the southeast of College Station right now. Now, I'm not going all the way up there just because it's the bigger lightning producer. I'm gonna wait and see what the stuff to my south decides it wants to do. And I think, you know, in the light of it all, I think the day will be over. I'll probably be home by 4 or 4:30 Central Time, easy. I don't even know what time it is now. I'm so out of touch with reality. 2:35. Because I think all this stuff will start to wash out in a couple of hours anyway. Wonder if anybody's here that is going to remember I'm going to go under a railroad here in a bit. The road goes under the railroad, and I don't know when that was built. That thing's got to be 60 or 70 years old. Like I sometimes wonder about the integrity of it. You know, if something gets that old, you start wondering about, is that structure still really safe? If a train was coming over, am I safe? Yeah, it's coming up here. Got to make a couple of turns here. Oh, what's this? We got something laying in the road. What is that? I don't know what that is, but I am going to put my lights on and I'm going to move it off the road. That's a hazard right there. Let me turn on my amber whites also. Stainless steel. Well, that thing could have chewed up some tires if somebody ran over it. Just think if someone was behind the person that hit it first, that could easily have flown up into their windshield. This is a one-way. This is a one-way. All right, I already played my good citizen card once today. Moving debris off the road. let's go up here. Let's see what's up here. See if we're just gonna wait for that other stuff to get up here. Gosh, it's now getting to Interstate 10. This stuff's gonna keep progressing northward, and the one behind me here, this one, right, that's all gonna keep progressing northward. Well, everything's gonna move northward, but I don't think I need to follow. It's still doing putting a lot more lightning down back up there near College Station, though. If that had possibly been on the west side more of the Brazos River, which is to the west of College Station, Texas, I may have gone up there because I get into the farmland. Nice flat areas out there, nice views. The fact is, I could actually catch it, but it's a little bit too far east, and I don't want to go there. So we'll just wait. Why are you beeping at me? Stop. So that's the stuff right behind on camera right now, the stuff that's shooting north. Is this a safe place to turn in? It might be. As long as I don't back up into the ditch, I'll be in good shape, I think. Yeah, successful turn. So we got, uh-oh, wrong camera. Okay, here we go. So let's go back to 2 o'clock and looking back, panning back counterclockwise. All that back there. And I can't get the camera any more than that, but that'll have to do. And then there's the stuff to my left. How about we try the remote camera? I'm gonna have to, if it works, I gotta plug it in. I'll have to plug it in. Just gotta wait for it to turn on. Actually, let me go ahead and plug it in so I know it's got juice. Oops, almost knocked it right up. Okay. That was not a real smooth move. Okay. Yes, I know I've got a low battery. Do I have this plugged in? I do. Okay. Let me see if it's going to take an act of Congress for me to get this thing to get online. I don't want it connected to that. And I think that may have been my problem. Let's not auto join. I don't want to auto join that. I want to connect on 2 gigahertz. Okay, that's done. All right, bear with me while I try to get this going. I'm hoping to improve on this before next year as well. My studio is slow to open up. Okay. Let's see if I can get this done. Oh, wait. I don't have to pair this thing up. I think we may be online here. I think I'm online. It's not showing up there. Let me just see if this is showing up. Not yet. Okay. Should be online. Okay, so there's the remote. Here's the wireless camera. You can turn that rascal all the way around. See, I got a few held ends up there. And back to where we started. Just need to keep it plugged in because it is low on battery power. How's that looking? I said it. Let's see. Okay, fine. All right, how we doing here? We good? Are we good? Yeah, I'm going to leave the remote on right now. Kind of just want to check it out for stability since I've changed it over and put it on a 2 gigahertz link. Wondering if I'm not going to have a concerned, I don't want to use the word nosy, but concerned landowner across from the way. And they're going to turn this way. Yeah, you'll see them coming down the road there. Now they're going too fast, so they're not going to stop. They're not worried about me. That's always a good thing. It's always a good thing when people aren't worried about me. Yeah, lots of lightning to just moving into the eastern half of College Station, Texas right now. The stuff that's, okay, that screensaver went dark. I just want to make sure it was still there. We still working right? Okay, let's go front, rear, remote. There we go. It's still good. What you're looking at right now is basically also going to head up. Now that's going to end up being to the west side of College Station, just a bit, maybe, let's see, that 2818, 50. I don't think there's much sense in me trying to stay with that. That's not going to do anything anyway. Yeah, again, today was just, I had to run some errands. I was in Brenham, Texas, and took care of a couple things and said, okay, if I run into a thunderstorm, I'll start screaming. Well, I ran into a thunderstorm, and there you go. I had serious thoughts about going out west to San Antonio for the last couple of days, but just elected not to because I know what it looks like when that happens out there. Been there and done it a year ago. and I just elected not to head out there. I would have been in the area where the tornado warnings have occurred the last couple of days, but yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Okay, let's look at the stuff coming in from the south. It's going to pass west of me a little bit in a little over 45 minutes. So, well, yeah, or less. There's a little leading piece to it. I'm between Brenham and Somerville, Texas right now. Off the beaten path, of course. Started to be a little more lightning intensity with all that moving in from the south. Now it's a couple of little batches there actually. I think they're gonna traject just a little bit east of what it says right now. Just keep watching it. The camera's not frozen, is it? No, good. Okay, this is working much better now. I'm definitely more satisfied with this wireless. It's holding its own. But also understand that when I'm in motion, if I'm on this camera, it doesn't look quite right because it's not designed for fast motion movements. I don't know what would happen if I did this. You can see kind of a ghost, I think, every now and then. But hey, it does the job. I mainly had it for cases where I might get out and just slap it on a tripod real quick. You know, that's what I did that for. Okay, that's not supposed to do it. I didn't put it in the holder correctly, but that's okay. All right, what's on the back side? Oof. Oof. Don't worry, it's nothing to be alarmed of. I'm sitting here with my driver's side window down, letting all the cool air out. That's real smart. Okay, so right behind me, the front, let's say southwest. There's something interesting going on here because it's funny that the compass says that I'm pointed, the vehicle is pointing southwest. I am not pointing southwest. I am not. Let's see where this road goes. Okay, I know where this road goes. It goes down, I think there's a church down there. I may take this road and wait for the stuff back to the south. Kind of got some paleo stuff going on. I don't know if I don't think I can zoom this thing. No, I can't, but we'll see if we can get it. Let's see. All right, you see that dead center? You see that crown right there? That's kind of like a pallious top. I'm wondering if I could zoom the front camera on that if I change my angle. Put this in the holder correctly. I think there's a car coming from the other direction, so I can't really pull out. I'll get zoomed in on that in a second. All right, well, first time, sorry, I haven't had chat open at all. I see that Rachel, you were there. Maybe you still are. What's that? Nash Pigeon High Silk. Hello, everyone. Oh, there's only like 20 people watching. Big wow. Big wow. Oh, man, it's not as defined now. Oh, crud. Things change. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, let's go to front. That's the subject I wanted to get up on. I'm not going to be able to probably, I don't think I can angle that enough. Yeah, it doesn't look as really near what it looked like a few minutes ago. Like 2 minutes ago, that's how quick things change. It was almost like a pileus top. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Pileus cloud. So it's not there right now, but it's also that updraft is getting taller. So even if it did it again, you wouldn't be able to see it. Where is that updraft exactly? Yep. Yeah, I see that other updraft right to my south. It's starting to pop up on radar now. The one right back here, that one. Ooh. Looks like I was in a little bit of mud. So that one's starting to pop up now too. It's starting to put down a little bit of precip. All right, I'm gonna move around a bit. Rear shot, front shot. Let's see, there's that one over there, and I've got more coming in from the south. Is the remote still online? Yes, it is. All right, the remote camera's holding up pretty well. Happy about that. I think I made the right change. I think I did. At least this time, knock on wood. Sorry that cup is making so much noise. I know you can probably hear it. Oh gosh, I just had a hiccup, excuse me. I'm coming up on this church up here where there's plenty of space to just pull off if I want to. Why don't we just watch this one grow? How about that? bro. Look. There's been some wind with a few of these thunderstorms in the area the last few days. I mean, nothing major. Maybe some 35 mile per hour, 40 mile per hour gusts. It'll break a few limbs here and there. See, I think I've been down here before. Yeah, I think I watched a funnel cloud from down here somewhere one day. Never touched down, obviously, but forgot exactly where I was. It was a cross intersection. I remember that now. Even though the railroad arms aren't down, I always stop and check, because you could not have them working and then all of a sudden, oh, there is a train. That's a stopped train. That's why they're not down. So always take a look even when the railroad arms are not down. Yeah, we got all kind of convection trying to go up back here. All these roads back here are paved. Thank you, Liz. Washington County, Texas is where I am right now. This is a part of the county that has kind of some hilly terrain through here, some nice views here and there, and ungodly expensive if you're looking for land. Speaking of land, this whole place to my left out here is for sale. There's the sign right there. With that house, I don't know how many acres. This looks like about 30 acres, if that's what where the fence actually indicates, about 30 acres. Probably about $2 million US. Oh yeah, there's the intersection up ahead where I was watching the funnel cloud in recent years. Strong, had good rotation on it, just didn't have enough to get it down to the ground. What's in back? That's back there. Remote still good? Yes. I like it that the remote camera is still working well. Yep, it was right here because it was actually about where the camera's pointed right now is where I was watching that thing. It was moving northeast. Make sure my mapping is going to keep up with my actual location. Okay, yeah, this road continues to go southwest, but I'm going to get to a point where I'll have to go right or left. If I go past that intersection, it will dead end. Let's just say we're trying to find pretty looking clouds today. Sound good? Lip on that side of that bridge. Starlink, are you going to fail me because I'm going under these trees? Nope, look like it's, yep, it held on. Now let's climb this hill. to the point where I've either got to go right or left. If I don't have to go anywhere, I just sit here for a few minutes and just watch this stuff coming in from the south. Okay, that's the right turn, that's the left turn. Is there anywhere to pull off over here? I hate to pull off into somebody's driveway leading back to their home or something. Let's see, if I would go right, it will take me back to 390. If I go left, it takes me out in the middle of no man's land. Left view. Go through the trees, it's going to act silly a little bit. Okay. It's like out here, there's just not a turnout or anything to where you can just stop and sit for a few minutes without it being someone's driveway. Even though their homes might be a quarter mile off the road, it's just like I just kind of don't like to sit in someone else's driveway, because if they're home and they look out and they're probably like wondering, like in this situation, I don't think there's anyone up there. That's an old home, actually. See, that home's been around for a long time. Ooh, got to do it that way though. That home has been around for a long time. See, it's like there's I don't think there's even anyone there. They've actually got a cattle guard right up next to the house there. Wow. Okay. So I don't think I'd bother anybody right here. So we'll just sit with this right here for a couple of minutes. And if the owner shows up, and they ask a question, I'll just say, I'm just broadcasting some thunderstorms on YouTube and killing an afternoon. Just killing time. That is not a strong updraft in my opinion, the way it looks on top. This one over here, a little bit, got more teeth to it. But you can't see it real well. I can't angle up all the way. How are we looking on the radar? Okay, yeah, something big. Yep, it's going to stay to my west a little bit. That next one is going to stay to my west just a little bit. All right. So let's move on. Let's catch the stronger one. At least the way it's looking right now. So the way to do that, I go down this road. It's going to bend to the right sharply. I'm going to come to a T intersection, and then I take a left, and I go down just a little bit, and then I take a right. Yeah, I have it figured out. Tell you what, buying this tablet or iPad, yeah, it's an iPad. Buying that thing, spending the $500 on that thing 3-4 months ago, whatever it was to me was a good investment. And the only reason I did that was because of the Windows mapping system being deprecated, and that's what was always, running on computer number 2. So when I got this and started using this for it, it's just as accurate. As I thought, I was going to lose it through there on that really low area right there where that bridge was, and trees, just a whole canopy across the road. Pretty sure I was going to lose it, and boy, by the time I said that, I did lose it. Looks like we're up, but for some reason my bonding is telling me that I have nothing online right now. The low area I was in, there was no cell service there either. So that's why I lost it. So let's see, if I take this road to the right, it will take me that direction. Okay. Going to the right goes there, going to the left. I need to take another right. It will put me back on that farm to market highway. Remote still working? Yep. This is the backside. Okay, this is Zabilski Road. Okay. If I can find me a nice little comfortable spot off of Zabilski Road here, just let all this stuff come on. Freshly paved. Well, that which I left behind decided it wanted to, looks like it wanted to try to get a little more active with lightning. And that would have been out in the farmland. I didn't even show you the radar today. I'm not that far from the highway. Do I want to investigate another road? See, all this land in this area is just like, there's no place that someone doesn't have residence, a place that they live. So the options of places to pull off, you certainly don't want to pull off because there's been a lot of rain down here. You don't want to pull off one of these roads now because you will probably bury yourself. I'm not going to do that to myself. So let's see, I can go up just a little bit. No, Moss Road. Let's try that one. Let's take a right, and we're going to take an immediate left here. It's nicely paved recently. This road's going to come to a T intersection. Oh, yeah, an oil field pad would be nice. There is an oil pad over here. I don't know if I can get access to that. Also don't know how muddy that darn thing would be. Let's look at that. There's a nice shaft over there. Just had lightning. I didn't have the camera on it. Got lightning on the one that I'm trying to watch down in my southwest right now. What's on the backside here? Nothing to see there. just about to that place where I'm going to have to make a turn. You have no choice but to make a turn. The question is, do I want to turn to the right or do I want to turn to the left? I got to figure out where that road ends up. Okay, that road will end up all the way back at 390. Yeah, it would. Okay. What in the world is this place over here? Not a lot of options. Maybe down here it's just cell tower site. Let's try that. See if there's an open spot there, maybe. Meanwhile, see how this works. I'm probably gonna bounce a little bit. It'll be a little bouncy. At least you can see it. Until I get to the trees. You know what? There's another road. Once I get back, could take that. Might not take that. I'll figure that out later. Alright, cell tower site, are you going to give me a... Nope, there's... not going to work out at all. I'm going to pick up the pace here a bit because you can't see anything with the trees on my left. Let's see, we've got a sharp left turn coming up. Nice bug smear. Ooh, cattle, anyone? Uh-oh, this is not a paved road. This is going to be a bumpy. Solid at least. Let's go through. Okay. It's gonna be noisy. It might be, sorry. I didn't know this thing would not be paved. But at least it's solid. Golly, I'm going much more. I'm gonna be in some rain. Now look at this view here. I'm about to be in some rain out here. This is nasty. That's a rain shaft that I showed you about 4 or 5 minutes ago. not quite as solid through here, fortunately. I can get to my right. Well, we're going to have a muddy truck. Not that far from the highway now. Lost Starlink. The rate's too heavy for Starlink. I see the highway up ahead. Washboarded really bad here. It looks like a pretty good pothole I gotta pounce through. That's a big hole I'm having to drive. Just a bad area here. Out there, big rain. And, let's see. Some of these lightning strikes are a little bit, got a little bit too far off the beaten path. Starlink has been struggling because of the rain. And the AT&T services have also been, at times through there, were totally non-existent. So that's where the failures came from. Even right now, the AT&T connection is only running at 33% efficiency, and Starlink's only running at about 80% efficiency. So sometimes you just got to expect that. Definitely haven't. Maybe we'll get a little more stable out here now. Hope so. Thinking about going back to the lake and watching this, because after this one I'm calling it a day anyway. Oh gosh. A little while ago, I think the thunderstorms, I don't know, maybe a cell tower got hit? I don't know. I can understand Starlink faltering just a bit because there's heavy rain. I'm not in it, of course, but it's, to the direction that it would impact it some. So I can't do anything about that. I could even throw in another AT&T connection right now, but I'm not going to really gain that much by doing so. So we're just going to let it ride. So that's what I'm watching. Jamie, I was watching that stuff back up in your direction. Y'all have a fair amount of lightning going on back up there. This one here is not going to get you. This is what it's going to show you. This is what I'm on down here right now in northern Washington County right now. I'm actually going to pull up, probably go out to the lake and just see if this will pass just to the west of where I said. It's going to be close. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it's all about to come to an end. And tomorrow, the chances are going to really start going down, and then after that, we're in the clear. And that's a good thing for the people out in the hill country too, is that the system moves back to the west. Right on the edge of the rain. We actually had a lightning strike to my northeast outside of the parent storm, and that's probably about, that marker is about 5 miles away. And there was a bolt right in front of me. Clear. This particular one right here may not pan out quite right for my location. Of course, getting in some heavy rain probably wouldn't be a bad thing for me right now anyway after that muddy road I came down a few minutes ago. We're gonna get up here and get set up. We'll watch this anyway. The other beautiful part of it is it's basically gonna take me home. Golly, this is going to such borderline. I'm going to get hit by some heavier rain here in a minute, I think. If I could be 1 mile farther east from this location, that would be better, but I'm not going to be able to do that. Somebody up here. Actually starting to come down in strength. Curiosity. Let's look at something here. Done. Location. No. Nothing of consequence. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the main highway. Put me just a little bit more to the east. And probably make a quick pit stop. Not for food. A quick restroom break. basically, if this road goes far enough, I'm probably going to just end up driving right under that. It's no big deal, no threat. I'll get you the backside view of that here in just a few seconds. Tell you what, this is almost inexcusable that this is failing as much as it did through there. God. Game should not be working right now. That should be on mute. There is no reason that should not be working right now. I'll be right back if this continues to work. Hope it does. some hiccups with the connectivity the last few minutes. That stream won't be lasting much longer either. This is going to rain itself out, and it's going to be into that. A little more development still back to the south and southwest. Just spotty stuff here and there. None of which today has been of any concern out in this part of Texas. We're going to continue with these flood issues out in the hill country for a while. Yeah, something about that area I was in a few minutes ago that just couldn't keep good connectivity going. drops on all that stuff there. No matter. About done for the day. With his lawnmowers, he cuts his grass for a living. He's not cutting any grass today anymore. We have an outflow boundary going west from this right now. Lightning strike close to my house. Interesting. Let's see how close that was. Let's see how close that lightning strike was to my home. I got my mapping stuff seriously zoomed in right now. Okay, right there. So that lightning strike was really close to my house. I hope it didn't hit one of my towers, but we'll see. Nice outflow boundary being sent out west. Will it spark up something else? That's the question. Will it? Or will it not? I'm not going to go out there to see. Alright, just a quick check-in. Yeah, it looks like Chad has been really, really active today. Probably hadn't been many people that watched anyway. Sorry, I hadn't checked on it very much. I totally understand when I run into areas where I have some connectivity issues. Get it. Plus the fact that there wasn't anything really nice today, cloud-like. But you know what? It's almost over with. I mean, there's not much going to be going on moving forward. At least not here. So it's liable to be a while before I do another stream, unless I do something from home of just radar of some given area at random where something may be going on. I don't know. But I don't spend a lot of time trying to do that either. I could easily just turn it on and say, okay, I'm going to say this is where some storms probably would be today, and I just select a specific radar and site and leave it on there and just walk away. But that is not high on my priority list. I have to definitely avoid some potholes on this road, looks like. So if I'm zigging and zagging, that's why I'm doing it. I'm in total control. Something else is trying to build up out there along that outflow boundary. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Yep, something blowing up along that boundary right to my southwest. We've got the stuff out north of Elgin, Texas. Actually, I see a residual boundary sitting out there too. And then this boundary here to my west, heading towards all that out there. But have to be of any concerns there. I think I should call it a day. We're shooting up from Interstate 10 to my west-southwest. I'm sorry, south-southwest. That's probably not going to hold up. That's almost 2 hours away from getting here at its current speed. And this up here is going to collapse. Yep. Well, it was just a day of running a couple of errands, and like I said, I think in the title I said I might even find a thunderstorm. Well, finished my errands, started the stream later than I scheduled it. I think I scheduled it for 1:30 p.m. Central Time. I don't think I started it till like 1:50 or something. I don't remember. But I was just not going to stream me running from place to place in a town, even though there was already a thunderstorm that was starting to go up as I was headed down there. So, all right, just checking the, okay. Lightning in northwest Georgia has been fierce and intense. Yep. I haven't looked much at the southeast. You guys may be in for something if there can be any. We're not going to have a tropical thing develop down there, but you're going to probably end up getting some rain and stuff out of that. Be a rainmaker down out there, so I'm not concerned about that. There's actually an area of interest that's off the coast of Africa, or going to be off the coast of Africa, but that's not going to be anything either. Certainly not to the United States. But we're getting late July, you know, once we get the Saharan dust out of the way, and, you know, we'll see. Not expecting a lot tropically this year, but there could be, obviously, always the chance that you're going to get something that's not going to go well for somebody somewhere. So anyway, that's the way I see it right now. It's time to call it a day. Everything, it's dark back to my east. I'll just rear camera back to my east. Yeah, you can see all that back there. Let's see, I got that top down to my southeast. Okay, I know which one that is. That one, if it would hold together, would move into the, no, it's going to be, no, it might be about right. Move into the farmland that's to my west. I'm sorry. The farmland that's to my east. There's good photo opportunities out there. Let's switch you around here. See, there's more back there. You can't see the tops. Other clouds that are in the way. I gotta dodge the potholes again on the road. Just the debate remains. We're fixing to be at the end of the rope for anything here. Just kind of like thinking to yourself, wow, there's going to be nothing. And even some of the stuff I've streamed as of late wasn't even, it was nothing. It was inconsequential, but why not stream when you have a chance? When you have the time, you know, do it. Just do it. There's not going to be hardly anything that I can see in the foreseeable future of this month that has me interested at all. One hour before that one to my southeast would enter the area near the, they call it the Brazos Bottom, the Brazos River Bottom. A bunch of nice, rich farmland out there, and I always refer to it as it kind of like little Oklahoma because it's just flat and farmland. It's a great area to be in. But you have the Brazos River there, so your crossings are limited over in that area. I'm trying to figure out exactly where this is going to go, if it's going to hold on. I'd like to maybe get another frame or two. It's not even producing lighting, which is not. I mean, it's telling me it's not going to be much, although maybe it could. It's going to move into an area where there were already storms today, so that could be a case of atmosphere's already been worked over. What's driving it? Maybe just a little bit of the daytime heating that still exists. Let's see. It almost looks like it wants to. It's almost like it wants to follow that Brazos River path once it gets up a little farther to the north. Could always shoot over to a little place called Wilcox. If we get the sun in the right position, it'll light it up pretty good, but right now, I don't think I want to drive over there. It's only about, I don't know, from where I'm at right now, maybe 20 minutes. Start putting down a lot of lightning, it might be a different story, because I might go in there and try to capture some lightning strikes in the farmland. See that remote camera? Yeah, that remote camera, man, I am really happy now that I've been having trouble with it. It's going to hiccup every now and then, no doubt about it. It's not made for fast motion. That's the rear. But the fact that it's remained connected through a Wi-Fi network. Yeah, it's connected, I went under trees, connected to a Wi-Fi network, and that's why I'm able to tape it out, take it out portably, you know, walk away from the vehicle. One thing I might want to try to do, and it's something I should have done a long time ago, but try to figure out a switch so that I can, if I go out, I can turn it to the audio that's going to, you know, make the microphone hot on that device, in other words, and just use it as, you know, when you get outside, you've still got audio. We call it external, I guess. Audio goes with the device, and then when I get back in, I can just press one of the buttons. I probably need to upgrade my switcher, because I'd want to put it on a switcher to make it real simple. But nevertheless, that would be a good thing to maybe look into doing over the winter months. Yep, Dakota, definitely your neck of the woods. I don't know whether I ought to come over there or not. I just don't know that one that's moving up that direction is going to hold together. It might actually just stay west of the east of the river. I don't know. Now, just for the record, I am actually backing in onto my property right now. I'm gonna leave this going while I'm here, just in case I decide to go ahead and roll again. just in case. I'm gonna take this opportunity to go let my only remaining pup outside. Now, just for the record, we must have had a pretty good outflow wind here. I've got a 3x5 dog kennel that's 2.5 feet tall that was sitting out in the back, and that thing got blown. Thing got blown 15 feet. And I see one of the pillows from the swing on the back porch has been blown across the pasture. So I'm gonna go grab that stuff and let my dog out. I'll check back in a few minutes anyway and determine whether I'm gonna roll out a little bit more. All right, I got everything straightened back up. I got 33/100ths or 0.33 inches of rainfall from this today. I'm just going to watch something from the southwest. It's going to move up this way. I might hold out. I've got my one remaining dog in my hands right now. Walk around the front camera. Yeah, so we got her on camera. Oh, you're not going in the truck. You're not going in the truck. No, you're not going in the truck. Tell you what, for a long time, that dog, just like me, I ain't gonna kid you. She was missing her little running buddy, Ziggy. I think she still, just like me, realized sometimes you look around, he's not there anymore. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so that cell down to the southwest of me here is actually strengthened. And all I need to do is go west for about a 10-minute drive, and if it holds together, it'll come right to me. What do you think? I might as well just go do it since we're about to the end of the rope on any storm possibilities here. Yeah, I started the engine, interrupted the system. It happens. Okay, so I think I will. It's not far from home. Yeah, parked at the house. I could have put another connection on my home system. I could have cranked the bit rate up to 10,000 because I've got my internet at home is on the mainframe of the towers on my property. So everybody around here that has internet, a lot of them are using the access point that comes off of, well, I can show you that 120-foot tower right there. All right, so with that, I am tied into, I've got fiber running back to my house. So I'm on the main frame of the whole thing with fiber, and can run some blistering speeds with that. And no, I do not pay for it because I leased out this space to put that equipment up there. So for the internet service provider to help serve the people in this area. I don't know how many customers are on there. There was a pretty good burst of wind here. It looks like there's, you know, tree limbs and things like that laying in spots across the road. I don't know how much of that commentary you guys actually got. I didn't realize that we had a little problem, little connectivity problem there. But I'm probably going to run into some more on this road that I'm about to take, because that's really going to put me out in the middle of nowhere. Alright, one last thunderstorm play, and it'll be the last one probably for a long while to come. When I got out, it was when I stopped at home and let my other dog out, my only dog now. Oh man, it is just, it's almost oppressive out there. So humid. So we'll head to the last one. There's on radar. There it is to my southwest. Bottom left corner of your screen, that's the one I'm going to head towards. That outflow boundary looks like it's slowed a bit. This could come in right along that on the south side, so we'll see. It's only 4:41 p.m. here, so I'm still going to way by far be back home before it even gets dark. was still, nope. I lost the remote camera. Probably lost it when I restarted the engine. When I get down the road here somewhere, I may go ahead and try to re-engage that thing. Hopefully when I get on this next county road, which is coming up, there won't be any traffic behind me. I don't have to be in a big rush. All clear from the right? Yep. Let's see. Is this the road? I'm going to have to assume this road is actually open ahead because it is prone to flooding a few miles up here. So I think what I will see is at least some increased water. We've had, fair amounts of rain here, but I don't know that it's enough to have caused a problem. But I'll find out in about 5 minutes. Really. Well, Silk, if you don't mind me asking, if you could tell me accurately what is the heat index over there? And I say that because it's not uncommon for us in Texas to be in that 107 to 110 degree range somewhat regularly. Was it 3 weeks ago? I know at my house it was 117. And down in South Texas, it was 127. Tell me that in Fahrenheit if you would too, please, because I don't, you know us, we do Fahrenheit over here. I know what's hot and I know what's cold in C, but to be more precise. Just curious. By the way, I'm going along a stretch of this road here, and you're going to see a different color, you're going to see a change in the pavement texture and color coming up here in just a few seconds. Right here, a gas line blew up about 5 years ago. Took all the power lines out to the left and just the road was gone. Make this left curve on this road, I really have to pay attention to the road. So there are some craters in this road coming up. Once I get past all that, I'll be just a few seconds from finding out if this road is open. I kind of doubt it's gone underwater, but I expect to see definitely above average water along the side of it. And it's right where I cross from Burleson County into Lee County. Well, they've actually patched some of these holes. That's good. The fact that I'm meeting a little bit of traffic, well, it could mean two things. It could mean the road is open, or it could mean they went down there and found out it's not. I could have checked to see before I left, but I didn't. No big deal. I come this way anyway. Okay. I'll be honest, I see 105 pretty regular where I live. That's totally not uncommon. All right, we're coming up on the county line. I don't think we're going to hit any issues. The water is up in this river that crosses, that is the county line. Fall to the northwest of here that would feed into this area. Don't get me wrong, there is more water here, but it's not it's not up anywhere close to being to where it would come over this road. But this road is right here where I'm at right now. It has been washed out before. Obviously no cell service through here, so we're running straight straight Starlink through here. So I guess it held up through there. I hope it held up through there. We might have hicked up a couple of times, but you know, like I said, I was going to end up in the middle of nowhere here, and that's exactly what I've done. I can see the tops of that which is coming, that which I was heading towards. I haven't looked at the radar to see what it's actually doing. Maybe a glance at that would be a good idea. Oh, you son of a gun, you're arcing away from me a little bit. Okay, do I have... I closed out my mapping. I don't think I have a western. bulk of this is going a little farther west. I don't think I have a western option. I may have to go up here and turn my mapping back on. Actually, it just fell over. It fell over and hit the mouse and decided to minimize a couple of windows. It's just lovely. It's not supposed to happen. Okay, I'm just going to get off the road here and figure out what kind of options I might have. Okay. Okay, there is a dead-end county road. Obviously, probably not even paved. Wait, there's a 122. That's a county road too, I think. I don't think that. I think that's a paved road. All right. All right, let me try to get the remote cam back on here. Okay. I think I've already got it back online. I think I've got her back online. Let's make sure. Yep, here we go. We're good. We are good. Oh, darn. I think all I could do is go check this 122. Let's see, that's going to go more into Giddings. I could drive right towards it because this highway, if I turn left, goes straight down to Giddings. Let's just do that. Let's just stay on the main beaten path. How does that sound? We're going to go right towards it. Lisa. Yeah, kind of saw that coming. I posted about a MCV farming out there on Sunday. Well, I posted about it on Sunday, about it forming, roughly Tuesday, and it did. I've had a couple of opportunities to actually go out there for that. It'll take me about 3 hours to get over there, but I just did it last year, and I just didn't want to. It's also an area that, you're just not, there's certain places that they are not going to let you get any closer. So I just decided to just lay back, stay out here. This too is going to weaken. I'm going to slow down and I'm going to check out this one road. I want to see if it's paved. I do not think it is. Let's see, 121. I don't think it is. And if it's not, actually it is. But it goes down into really low land area back there. I'm not even going to go over there. Yes, unfortunately there was one fatality. I'll tell you what, it's better than what happened last year in this month. I'm beginning to think that July should, I had something in my mind earlier, and so I'm going to start referring to July, just based on the trend. Look what happened last year, look what's happened this year. In July, in Texas Hill Country area, I forgot. I had something that I thought was, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good description, title, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Wish I could remember now what it was. Basically, it's almost like, okay, it's July. Get ready for MCV flooding season in the Texas Hill Country. I don't know this to be 100% accurate of all the little camping things that they have over in that area, but I don't think that they're all actually open. So, I mean, that's also maybe good on one hand. On the other hand, you could see this coming. So even if that, you should have had plenty of time. Because any meteorologist that didn't see this coming needs to find a different line of work. All right, I'm straight and simply said that's the truth. So as you can see, this highway's driving me right up to it. I'm just gonna probably stay ahead of it. until it falls apart. Ran off my map here. Oh, good lightning right over there at my 2 o'clock. I think there's a place a little farther up. I don't know if I need to go that far, or whether I'm going to be able to go that far. Oh, gusty winds here. Really good, yeah, good strong winds right here. I don't know if you can see the trees. I'll slow down a little bit. Of course, it's blocked right here. The trees aren't going to move as much. How much farther it is to get on that open spot. It's a nice open straightaway up ahead. Just don't remember exactly how far that is. I think, yeah, I'm almost there. Yeah, it's good enough wind. It's got that the U.S. and Texas flag over there it just passed. It's got it standing straight out. This is the area. Let's see, is that a private road? No, nobody's behind me. That's good. At least that I can see. If I can pull off somewhere, maybe right here. Yeah, this just goes to an all-well site. So just pull her back in here. There's a boatload of traffic coming south right now. Remember telling you about that outflow? Yeah, that's a good example of it right there. That one right there, yeah, that one's still working. Back to the back, we got nothing. We got that. And I'm right on the edge of the rain here, so I'll be moving myself shortly. Let's go to the wireless. Let's have a look out this way. See if I can hold this for a moment. You can see that's pushing on out pretty good outflow coming up. I'm going to quickly have to probably pull the camera in here in just a minute. All right. I'm about to run out of rope on holding this out the window, so let's go back to that. There we go. Yeah, I'm about to get wet. So let me get this back in place. Zoomed all the way out, aren't I? Yeah. Big fat raindrops fixing to hit me here. I'll wait a minute or so and then I'll bolt back out in front of this. Oh gosh, we just lost the data. Okay, I've lost the radar. I've lost the reflectivity. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. Right now I'm probably about 7 miles northeast of Giddings, Texas, on Highway 141, which is going to, when I turn and go the other way, I'm going to be going back to the northeast. Now, I didn't set a super chat goal today because this wasn't going to be much of anything, but if you feel inclined to do so, go ahead. I actually traveled more miles today than I did, when the last time I'd come out? 3 days ago? 3 days ago? I've actually traveled about 100, let's see, 20, yeah, I've probably traveled about 100 miles today. Once all this traffic clears, I'll go ahead and unfortunately have to go back to the northeast. Which means we're not going to have much of a great view here for a bit. Let's have part of that outflow boundary. I could go to this camera, but there's going to be rain droplets all over it. But hey, you know what? It's better than nothing, right? Then I'll hit the trees and this view's not going to be good at all. Yep, KTRK is not sending me any reflectivity data now. I'll be honest with you, that is not sending me velocity data either. That thing is a that thing is a piece of junk. Put bluntly, it is a piece of junk. Right now, all I can tell you is that I got out of the precipitation, the heavier stuff. The radar is not telling me anything. It's just blank. It's showing me all the other data. It's just not showing me anything else. guess I'll just switch it over to EWX and just look at it from that higher angle. Be done with it. Okay, that's already reached Highway 21 in Lincoln. It's KGRK. It's right there in Central Texas. This thing pushed out that big outflow. It's gonna start to collapse, or it's already starting to collapse. Yeah, that's what I switched over a few minutes ago to EWX, just so I could see. Even though it's a high elevation, at least I can see where it is. But it's about done anyway. want to watch it until its demise. This is probably it. Got a couple of outflow boundaries that are going to collide to the southwest. Out there just to the east of San Marcos, Texas. It's not exactly a smooth highway. Thing is not even exhibiting a nice looking outflow right now. It's there, it's just not looking real not looking real hot. Okay, up ahead the road may flood. It has flooded before, and but there's traffic going both directions, so I doubt it is flooded. They did maybe have it closed. There's a road closed sign there that they've turned it around. Because it's not this bridge right here that's going to be the first flood. It's farther up. As you can see, they have the flood gauge here. Alright. I'm looking for evidence that this road did go underwater a little bit. I don't think that it did. It may have at the bridge here just a little bit. It may have. Nobody behind me. Okay, it came up pretty good because you can see the debris. It's down now, but you can see the debris right there laying around. You know, like right there. So this did go underwater a little bit. The ever so famous windshield spot. Yeah, no cellular service through that area. Still don't have it back. So it had to negotiate a Starlink only connection. That's why it went down. Yeah, the great spot on the windshield. I can still see that bolt coming towards me from that truck that I met on that highway that day. I was PO'd to no end. little town I'm about to come into is called Dime Box. D-I-M-E space B-O-X. And if it so inclines you, I think you might could find something about this little place on the internet. I've never done it. But you may go do a Google search like, how did Dime Box, Texas get its name? There's not a lot to it, as you can see. I think what I'll do is get on through this little town and get on up to Highway 21, just on the north side of Dime Box, Texas here. Stop at that store and we'll just watch this thing vanish like a fart in the wind. How's that sound? Then I'll go home. Dime Box meat processing. Somewhere over here. I don't know where it is. Somewhere. At least I got you some PLCs. Been a few PLCs today. See, the bulk of what's left of that core is right there, left half of the screen. Yeah, Lisa, there he is. If I get to this next highway and turn left, it's which one is which? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. I think the one if I go up here and turn to the left, I mean it's right here, it's not far away. I think that's the one that's old Dime Box. But I came through with new Dime Box, but they don't have it listed that way. It's, at least for, you know, I don't even know if there's a sign up on the main highway up here that distinguishes between, you know, does this one, like to my left, does it say old Dime Box, or does it say Dime Box only? That I don't know. I'm just looking for a spot here out of the way. Unfortunately, the way this parking lot is arranged, there's no great way of doing things. Still kind of showing that outflowish look to it over there. Old Dime Box is northwest of Dime Box. Yes, okay. So right up ahead, where those cars are coming from, maybe 500 yards up And so here's a thing too. All right. See there, Dime Box Museum. The sign is on a mailbox. Yeah. What is this view? That's me. If you like that sign, it's got charisma. Cool. Let's see, there's a dead-end county road right there. This thing is about to vanish though. There's another one coming up from the south, but it's not going to make it up here. It's not going to make it. You know, when the storms are boring and stuff like that, and you just run across these little places like this, there's always a little something, you know, about them. Something unique about them. Thing is moving on. Do I see one? What am I seeing? Okay. I am pointed southwest with the vehicle right now, so southwest. Yep, that would be south. I think I actually see the top. Yeah, I can see the top of that next one from here, and it is probably 50 miles away from me, 40 miles away. Even if it held together, it wouldn't even be up in this area for another hour and 45 minutes. Let's go to the back side. Can I make this turn? Oh man, somebody spilled some sand here. I'd like to have that. It's that white, nice white sand. I'd love to scoop that up in a... Go home and get me a container. Come back over here and get that. Get that sand. It's like beach sand type stuff. Wouldn't mind putting that in the front part of my front yard. Oh, and there's even more right here. Well, I could scoop up a bunch of that because the grass that I have planted at the grass that I'm trying to get growing, because I'm trying to redo it. All right. So the grass I have growing is Bermuda. That's what I want to replant. And the soil that I have is not real. It doesn't like that soil I have. It's not the best thing in the world for that stuff to grow. It will, but it's hard because that particular soil I have in my front yard, it gets, when it gets dry, it gets pretty hard. So it's really hard for something to root into it. But I did get some of that kind of sand about 2 years ago. Actually, I was shooting the blue moon. That's what I was doing, and I was out near that lake that I've had on my stream a couple of times. I was right there on the shore, and I just brought. I think I had 2 or 3 5-gallon buckets, and I just, like playing in the sand, I just picked it up and just filled all 3 of those buckets up, and I brought that stuff back home, and I laid it in a certain area as a test case, just south of my office area, let's say, at my house. And oh man, it did wonders, because that stuff has just it just covered everything. Within the next maybe 3 months, everything had just, man, it just spread everywhere. It was covered, and it's nice, plush, and thick. So that's what I want to do in my front. Now, sand is not worth a darn when it comes to lawnmower blades, but you know what? I get it growing, cut it at 2.5 inches and stuff, and it'll be fine. I've been through so many lawnmower blades in my life, it's ridiculous. Sharp sand. Well, how do you know? That'd be my question. How do you know whether it's sharp or not? I mean, you can walk on this stuff. It's not, doesn't hurt your feet or anything. Would that qualify it as not, being non-sharp? I don't know. I don't know if we have sharp sand here. I really, honestly don't know. I've never heard of that before. I see. I'm thinking that the sand that's around here that has been spilled, like at this place, is from one of the trucks or something. That could have been stuff that they use in the oil field industry. But I don't know. It is what it is. Uh-oh. Highway Patrol alert. He got him somebody. He's over there for some reason. Who's he pulling over? All right, you get to see law enforcement. Texas Department of Public Safety. You get to see them at work. I don't know who he pulled over. Camera's wanting to drift a little bit. I'm taking it to an extreme pan, so it's kind of hard to keep it where I want it. Or did somebody have a little traffic accident over there? I don't know. The fact that somebody's on their phone almost wants me to think that they got bumped or something. I don't want to go pulling into that convenience store parking lot as if I'm Mr. Nosy or anything like that. Well, let's go back to what's left of this for a moment. Yeehaw. That's what's left of it. It's not a lot. This thing is just about gone. Well, the status over there on that incident of whatever sort it is has not changed. No one has moved around. I'll just leave it at that zoom level for right now. Free entertainment. What's going on? What happened? Should I? Or should I not go over there and investigate it myself? I could always go over there and act like, well, I'll just go in the store and get me a drink. You know what? I have stopped at that store before. Oh yeah, I've stopped at that store and I have gotten food there before. I don't remember what it was. It's been a long time. And that's the same store that about 14 years ago, and I'm just going to show you. No, that's the wrong store, I think. No, that is the right store. Okay, you see that tree right there? I was parked right over there in the parking lot, somewhere like right on the other side of those pipes, in line with that car. And there was a storm back to the west that I was watching, but I couldn't see it well because of that tree. And I remember I backed up so I could see better, and I'm like, oh crap, that thing's got a really good wall cloud and rotating wall cloud on it. So I jumped back on the highway and headed west and got to another highway on the other side of, quote, Old Dime Box, I guess. Went down that road and it produced a tornado that day. I remember that. It's 2012. 2012. I don't see any activity over there. Could go park. I don't know if the orientation of my rear camera would get it. Let's see. It might. So should I go to the store and get me a drink? just be nosy, because honestly, moving forward, there's not a lot going to happen. I'm kind of waiting for, see if we get anything tropical coming to the Texas coast. I don't think I'm going to go anywhere else around the Gulf Coast or the Atlantic this year if we get a hurricane coming. Just probably limit myself to Texas, maybe Louisiana, the outside chance, but I'm just looking forward to what I think might be a little better active fall severe weather season. So in the meantime, you find something that is maybe entertaining to some and not entertaining to others, but it's something to do, right? Well, while we wait for some more action, whoops. See, there's your outflow boundary. That's really, this thing has just collapsed. I think after about 15 more minutes, it probably won't be hardly anything left of it. So should I or should I not? What do you think? Should I? I don't want to make it obvious where I go over there and I have my camera pointed right at it, but go be real incognito and just pull into perhaps the right angle. Oh, that's what make it be even better for me to have that new camera set up next year, is to be able to turn that camera. But just try to set myself up where I can switch to the rear camera. You can see the action. Let's see, what are some of those shows on TV? Cops Reloaded or whatever. I don't know if you guys have that in other countries, but I think it's Cops Reloaded, or I don't know, something like that. I've glanced at it a couple of times and I'm like, okay, I'm bored with this. So it may be the same result right now. I'm doing Cops Reloaded right now, and this is it, but it's on YouTube. Okay, she got out. Okay, there goes the DPS trooper. He's going back to his car. He's got his clipboard, so he was writing something down. And he's going to get back in. Meanwhile, all other personnel have disappeared. Those two vehicles look awful close together. Oh, so Lisa, man, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all are so reliable. Uh-oh, somebody else walking around out there now. What's this guy doing? Oh, that's not focusing worth a darn, is it? Maybe it was because of the raindrops. Let's just see. It was probably because of the raindrops. No? It does not like that full zoom. That's full zoom. It's not gonna. Yeah, this thing's not set up for a good full zoom. So you just have to settle for that. Or Bob goes over there and goes in the store and switches to the rear camera if I can get the right angle. What do you think? Should I? Should I go? Should I go? Should I go? Should I go be nosy? Or should I just go over there and just by chance I have cameras on? By chance I'm streaming to my YouTube channel. What should I do? Because I'm gonna tell you what, this is boring. Of course, everything you see on the left side of the screen there, it's all those flash flood things out there. So anyway, yeah, so what should we do here? I need two votes to say that says go, do it, or oh, Lisa already said. Okay, Lisa said do it. Inquiring minds want to know. I'm off. We're going. Let's see how this works out. Oh God. God, people will stream anything these days, you know? Trying to get myself hit over here. At least I have a turning lane. I don't want to make it obvious that this camera's pointing at them either, so. I don't know if I don't know if I can get that right oh gosh, can't quite get the right camera angle on there. Darn. I don't want to make it obvious. Don't want to make it obvious. Is there any way I can incorporate that one maybe? No, I can't. That one, I can't do that. Oh gosh. I'm gonna try to get just a little better angle on this. I'll switch it back, we'll see. That's gonna have to do. I don't want to make it obvious. All right, I'm gonna step into the store, real incognito. I got my drink. I think this has got to be a traffic accident. A minor one, but a traffic accident nonetheless. I know what I could do. I could be real slick here. I could pull up to the gas pump like I was going to clean my window, but they don't have any squeegees here. So without a squeegee, there's not much I can do. And this one doesn't, this one, I can't zoom this one, so I can't do anything there. I don't see any damage. I don't know what has happened here. Oh, you know what? Now that you say that about the camera, Silk, here's the thing. If I could figure out a way to integrate the backup camera on this truck into this system, that would have gotten you a bird's eye view. So we got, what do we got, about 20 something bored people right now? I almost feel like I'm making myself obvious right now. I'm going to make a little attempt at something here. All right. I'm gonna try to turn myself to get back on the highway, and we'll see if the camera can catch anything. Do we see anything? Are we seeing anything? I don't know where my camera's pointing. I'm trying not to reach up there and turn it without. I don't see any damage anywhere. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Darn it. I've got my famous windshield spot in there. Tell you what, I looked over, I didn't see anything damage-wise, so I don't know. So that ended up being boring, right? We're leaving it behind. And we really have nothing of interest ahead unless, let's see, maybe for the next 5 minutes or so, we just travel down the highway. I even asked the girl working in the store if she knew what was going on, and she said, I don't know. She said a DPS trooper just showed up. I don't know. I didn't see anything on the front either. The only thing that I could not see was the right side of the truck and the left side of the car. I mean, is it possible they bumped each other side by side on the highway or something, or I don't know. We can speculate all day long. The only way we'd find out is if I went over there and asked what happened. I'll try to be as inconspicuous as possible. Anything else going on? Anything else? No. Unfortunately, they have some slow-moving things moving back in to the west of San Antonio. It's not massive, I'll show you. So that's San Antonio in the middle. All that stuff you're seeing are all those flash flood warnings and river flood warnings. I think there's still some flash flood emergencies in place, especially this one right up here. That's along the oh, what's that river? What is that river? I know that river. I know that river. I know I do. Let's see. That's flash flood warning. What is that river? I can't remember the name of that river. I know it and I can't think of it. Oh, it's Pinellas River. That's what it is. I think there is a flash flood emergency on that. Now that dumps right into, that river goes, let's see, I think somewhere over there around Johnson City, Texas. I think they've got it dammed. I think there's a lake there. And at some point they'll probably have to open that and let some water out of that. But I think the next phase of that, it dumps into Lake Travis over Austin. Maybe you can read the text on that particular, there's this one. I can't read that because I'm driving. Maybe y'all can see it, I don't know. I think it's just a flood warning. But there was certainly a flash flood emergency thing up there earlier today, and I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it. If we go this way, take off if I can. You know what? I'm going to wait till I get up here. I don't want to do this while I'm driving on a 4-lane highway right now. There we go. I got that off. Took all the advisories and everything off. So just to have a little look at this real quick. Get off the road. Okay, this one. Flash flood warning. Flash flood warning. It's not. It's not showing as flash flood emergency anymore. It perhaps already crested. Okay. All right. Okay, good enough. Let's get back up on the road and head home. How about that? I'm gonna head home. 6 p.m. here. You know, an interesting thing, you look at the spelling of that river. I know that you put it on there, Lisa, I think. Yeah. So many people say Pertinalis, like the R is before the D. And it's actually not. I'm driving through the lingering part of what we were watching a few minutes ago. It's just kind of got a little southeastern component to it, just some light rain. It's almost like it's warm air advection rain. About 15 minutes before I would actually be home from here. Thanks again to my reliables here, Silk and Lisa, for the super chat contributions there. Even though I didn't set a target today, I appreciate it. Every little bit definitely helps me to be out here on the road, but I don't know that I'm going to be out here on the road much in the next coming weeks. It's just not a lot, and I'll be honest, I haven't looked too far ahead. But you don't expect much in Texas this time of year anyway, unless we start having these repeat seasons of the month of July where we have MCVs that just cause catastrophic flooding. It's 2 years in a row. If you're one that believes in trends, you would think, well, could it happen again? Of course. Anything is always possible. Tornado in San Antonio yesterday, I guess it was, yesterday morning around 8 a.m. and several tornado warnings over the last 2 to 3 days. Totally caused by things that are not your standard where it comes to tornado formation. Yet very similar to that which occurred for me back in 2 months ago, whenever it was, 3 months ago. No tornado risk that day, but I saw something, I went and checked it out, and did get a tornado. Driven by the forces that a lot of people never think about. Hopefully I washed all the mud off the truck. know that down here we're going to be getting into a drier pattern. There's a slight chance you could see a storm tomorrow, but I don't think coverage is going to be extremely limited. And that beyond that, I think we're done. We are done in Texas for some time to come. Really, today's stream ended up lasting longer than I really thought it would, but that's okay too. What I'll do is just jump around between, let's see, how many little thunderstorms did I get on today? 4? What the heck, why not? I had absolutely nothing else that I really needed to do today. Took care of a little business and got on the road for a while. It's all good. I like this, turning a signal on a highway that, yes, it comes to an intersection, but the people coming from the other way, that is a county road, this is a through highway right here. So the only reason you need to turn a signal on is if you're turning right. Whoa! Just enough slickness on the road, the back wheels spun out a little bit. Either that or I'm getting to the point where it's time for new tires. Hope not. Well, let's get ready to shut her all down. Will I stream anymore from the road? Probably not in the near future. Maybe not for the rest of this month. Will I stream from home? Maybe just nitpicking from time to time. Okay, monsoon storms or something. Maybe I'll pick a spot in Arizona or something like that and just stream a clean radar. All right, this is where you've got monsoons going on. This is where if I had to, if there's any flash flood warnings, I would have those populate. And maybe, because I'm not going to sit there the whole time, but maybe on occasion I would actually say something. Or maybe if there's another type of weather event somewhere else or something, I might just clean stream it from the comfort of my living room chair. radar only. I've done that a couple of times. One time I sat there and did it. Just thought I'd make a few comments about what's going on, but I was just really bored doing that. One last look at this. Once again, let's look back towards where we got flood issues going on. It's not going to be, but anyway, hopefully that stuff will fall apart. They do not need more rain out there. They do not need it. And of course, I'm not surprised that there's a couple of issues right through here with the stream. It happens all the time through this stretch. I am almost home, so I'm going to say so long for now, and hope to see you again. But it may be a while, at least from the road, like I said. So, Lisa, thank you for being so reliable and giving. I appreciate you guys a great deal. Anybody else that hung on, go ahead and subscribe. There's times that there's some, there's times that there's some cool stuff to get to see. Sometimes I get some pretty good shots of stuff. So anyway, take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Now where's my button? Okay. Enjoy the rest of your week, and thanks for watching. I will see you again.